This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Wednesday,
Jeff,
everybody.
it's your birthday.
Oh, yeah! There is a picture more like Big Jeff.
That's a Big Jeff birthday.
Yeah, wow. The other side of 46, Alan.
Hey,
Club.
it just
or
hit
45,
me.
I mean.
You and I have been alive for 92 years combined.
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
That's a rough one.
That's not how age works. That's okay.
Jeff and I combine our powers, Erica. You don't understand.
All right. Well, it's so special, your birthday, because we all celebrated your birthday, the first birthday that we were all together 7 years ago together. And honestly, I think that's how we ended up all being here, because they were like, why are they so friendly? And we were like, we don't know, it's Jeff's birthday. It's Big Jeff's birthday.
That's right. That's
just
right.
met at the audition.
7 years ago.
Yep, exactly.
You went fishing. I was doing comedy in Australia, and I remember coming back like, I guess I'm going to do this show. Like, I knew the name, but I was like, I don't know if we've knocked the name down, and now here we are. I've talked to you guys more than anybody on the planet for almost 10 years. So love you. Love you guys.
More than 40 if you count all of us.
Yes. I'll get an exact number for you during the break.
No. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Let's get on to it. Alec Baldwin and his wife, Hilaria, are showing off their life in a new reality show with their 7 kids. Take a look.
We're inviting you into our home to experience the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the wild, and the crazy. Home is the place we love to be most. You say we are the Baldwins. We are the Baldwins.
No, we are the Baldwins. We all gotta say it.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
We are the Baldwins.
And we're coming to TLC.
Interesting. So the show is set to air sometime next year. Meantime, Alec is still facing involuntary manslaughter charges for the shooting death of Helena Hutchins on the set of the movie Rust, if you remember. That trial is expected to start next month. Meantime, Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, who was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in March, might testify in Alec's trial. According to court documents, she said she wants to see him in jail. Well, that's no surprise there. But let's get back to the matter of fact at hand. What do we think about Alec Baldwin having a reality show? It doesn't jive with me.
Well, I believe that this is a major PR campaign, and they're attempting to shift the way that the world sees them. There was a big push and a lot of rumors that Hilaria, his wife, was going to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah. And when people were kind of like floating that idea, it was met with a lot of mixed reactions.
There was pushback.
Yes. And obviously Bravo and the Real Housewives franchise is very different than anything that's going on at TLC. So I think in terms of a PR campaign, it may work in their favor to get middle America to think of them more as family people and less as, this person who was involved in this involuntary manslaughter.
That makes sense to me. If they're going that deep and thinking about that kind of does make sense.
I think we're looking at the wrong person. I think it's not Alec that's people are going to have a problem with. He's been in our lives, all of our lives. If you like him, if you don't, you're going to follow or not. It's Hilaria that people have a problem with. On my algorithm and my Facebook and my Instagram, everybody's talking about what a fake Hilaria is. Now, her real name is Hillary. She grew up in Boston. Her family's all American. She went to a Boston, very fancy school. She's visited Spain several times, but she has come across in the media all of her hosting life as a Spaniard and from Spain. And so she calls herself Hilaria. She has this weird accent where she talks like this. And at one point, famously, she was on a talk show doing a cooking segment. She says, how you say, and the woman's like, cucumbers? She's like, yes, cucumbers. You're from Boston, you're lying, you're cheating and exploiting an entire group of people, and many of us have seen through you, and I don't want to see you. You're phony, you're a fake, and you're the Rachel Dolezal of Spain, so I'm out. I'm how you say no for Hilaria. I'm a no.
It's the same. English
It's the
and Spanish.
same. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Jeff, I'm not saying anything after that. I
He's a liar.
I didn't know it was that polarizing.
Yeah.
I didn't either, but you guys make some good points.
Thank you so much, birthday boy.
Will Smith is giving fans a behind-the-scenes look at his new movie, Bad Boys Ride or Die. This is really cool. Will posted this video showing this filmmaking technique used in one of his action scenes. Will has a camera strapped to his chest and works it himself as he aims the gun at the bad guys right there. Then we get a look at how the scene will play out on screen with close-ups of Will's face. This is the real reason I love movies. I love the behind the scenes. I love how things are made. I love how just that simple camera work technique. I love that stuff. I really get into it.
And Jeff, think about who this appeals to. Since almost the early 2000s with Doom, the first-person shooter game,
It's
where
in a
all you
video
can
game. Doesn't it
see
look like it?
is your hand in the gun. That is, we're not obviously video game players. Erica's looking at me like I'm
But
like I'm
James Bond,
speaking
you ever play
Spanish.
James Bond?
Yeah,
But yes,
GoldenEye.
I mean, almost any Halo, any of these huge games in which a fifth of the globe plays religiously, that is going to really resonate with them, that first-person angle, which I've never really
That
seen.
looks like a video game in
Yes,
that.
it absolutely does. So I love it. I think it's going to, it's great for Will. It's a great vehicle to kind of get him back. And look, guys, we're talking about Will Smith and not anybody brought up the incident.
I know.
It's slowly but surely, with the work and doing things people like, everything is kind of like a scale. And obviously, the scale was really weighted after the incident at the Oscars. But like, you keep doing good things, getting on buses in the middle of the day in downtown LA,
Singing,
and
"Welcome
rapping.
to Miami."
Yeah, it's like after a while, people go, "Hey, I like that guy." That's all it takes.
You said Miami. down
Yeah,
there.
Miami.
Are you Hilaria?
Yeah, for a person that slips
Just
in and out of
slam
character.
someone for accents. You just use an
I'm
accent.
quoting verbatim his.
He doesn't say Miami.
Yeah, no, he goes, "Welcome to Miami."
But that's not him.
Yes,
No, it isn't. It's the woman says, "Wait,
Welcome to Miami."
Miami.
but Will
he
Smith
says,
does-
"Welcome to Miami."
Yeah.
he doesn't say Miami.
No,
You just used an accent, Hilaria.
Oh man.
Hilaria, maybe you could use her on your show. Coming up on DBL. Friend of the show, Carson Kressley, is telling us all about the latest season of Drag Race Allstars. And it's the end of an era on Wheel of Fortune. With Pat Sajak's final episode airing this week, we're looking back on his iconic run. Does anyone else think they're in Vegas?
Oh my gosh. I do get that, like, where?
It is, right? You
Is it 25 cents? Is it $1? I really want $1.
I think I got $10 left as soon as you hear that. Welcome back. All right, so after 41 seasons and more than 8,000 episodes, Pat Sajak is about to make his final spin on Wheel of Fortune. Ahead of his final episode, Pat was interviewed by his daughter Maggie about it. Take a look.
Last week of shows for you on Wheel. How do you feel?
It's surprisingly okay. You know, this was announced a long time ago, almost a year ago, so I've had time to sort of get used to it, and it's been a little bit wistful and all that, but I'm enjoying it and taking it all in and reflecting on a great run.
What is the secret to Wheel's longevity?
I'm not quite sure. I do know that somewhere along the line, we became more than a popular show. We became part of the popular culture. And you're with us a lot, and people come up to us almost every day, sometimes in tears, saying, I used to watch the show with my grandmother, now I'm watching it with my kids, or my kids learned the alphabet from your show, or my mom came from the Philippines and learned to speak English. We didn't intend any of that, and yet we've become this sort of cohesive bond between people and generations and families and friends. That's been awfully gratifying.
So believe it or not, I'm feeling old today, and the pilot of Wheel of Fortune was taped in 1973, so we got that going for us, Al.
Yeah,
We're not as old as Wheel of
I was
Fortune.
gonna say, is that how old
Now
you
I
are?
just look at things that are older than me. I'm like, see, there we go, Leaning Tower.
There we go. And check this out. Original contestants competed to win fake money that they used to shop for prizes. That lasted until 1989. You guys remember that?
Yes, and I've argued with people because people said that this segment didn't exist, and I was like, I remember you would take it, and anytime you couldn't buy anything else, you would take the rest in a gift certificate. That was
Maybe they could sprinkle that back.
Yeah, I loved it.
Chuck Woolery was the show's original host, and Susan Stafford was the original letter turner. Pat took over in 1981, leaving his job as a TV weatherman. Vanna joined Pat a year later, and for more than 4 decades, that was a weird word, they've been in the staple of an American homes. I just screwed that up. Wheel of Fortune was created by the legendary Merv Griffin, using inspiration from the game Hangman, which he used to play with his sister. Here's what Merv said about his decision to hire Pat. Take a look.
Pat Sajak was the weatherman for NBC in Los Angeles. And I used to watch the NBC News, and he was the weatherman. He always came on, he always did, how can you do the weather, be a weatherman in Los Angeles, you know? Tomorrow will be the same as it is today. That's about it. But he had all these funny little things he'd do. I remember one night, he came out and he had a bandage on his forehead. And he did the first part of the weather, went to commercial, and when he came back, I may be the only one in the audience that noticed the bandage was over here. He did that, I think, to keep himself amused because of the boring weather that he had to do.
I love Wheel of Fortune. I used to watch it with my grandmother, and I think that's how a lot of people, watched it with the entire family. It was a way, like, every night was family game night. You could compete. It was something everybody knew that we were going to watch, and we were excited about it. But Jeff, you just reminded me of something, of going to Vegas, because I was there, happened to be there on my grandmother's birthday. She's passed. But all of a sudden, I felt this urge. We were just walking through Caesars, and I'm like, the next Wheel of Fortune, I'm gonna play for Big Mama. Well, the next one was a high rollers one. Oh, good Lord. And it was $100. Dude. And I would never do this, but for some reason I was like, I put the 100 in, and I was like, okay, Big Mama, and I hit it, and the wheel spun, and I got $1,200.
No
way! So I was like, see, Big Mama and I are always, we like this when it comes to the wheel.
That's Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. How come we've never heard that story
That's a good
before?
story. I love stories like that.
Yeah.
But you know what it does? It makes me like, next time I'm in a casino, I'm gonna be like, Grandma?
Yeah.
Is that you?
You only hear that story when you win. Like if you went
I
home,
know.
you're like,
Family
Jordan, I
addiction.
lost $56,000.
I put it
Big
on.
Mama, I put it on her.
23 red, that was her number. 13 black, all right. That didn't work out.
That's funny. Man, but you can like smell the cooking. I can smell the steak my dad would be grilling. My grandparents are over. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna have a cookout, and we're all there, and it just brings up pure memories. Just pure nostalgic, good TV memories.
Afternoon steaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have around 5, and the sun was kind of still around. I mean, we would do acts for my grandma and grandpa.
No, it definitely brings the families
Yeah.
together. All right, we got to go, I guess. Coming up on DBL, Carson Kressley from the original Queer Eye is sharing his best Pride memories and dishing on season 9 of Drag Race Allstars.
Welcome back. It's Pride season, and queens are putting their stilettos to the metal because RuPaul's Drag Race Allstars is back. Earlier, we caught up with judge and style star Carson Kressley. Take a look. Please help me welcome back Drag Race judge and style superstar Carson Kressley.
Oh, hello, Angel. Hello. You all look so cute.
Thank you. You
look
too. You look handsome in your summer best linen.
Yeah, thank you. Good call. You know, tis the season to wear the linen and the color, so I'm here for it.
All right, let me ask you, my friend. It's good to see you. What are your plans for Pride?
Oh, well, for me, Pride is every day. I try to be fierce and fabulous and fun and all those Pride things every day, and hopefully be a good role model out there. There I am being super gay. And there I am again. That was actually the very first Pride parade we did with the cast of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. That's in 2003. It's my old nose, and there's my new nose. And here's the third one. But I love Pride. I think, you know, being part of the LGBTQ community can be very challenging, and there's, you know, new laws every day making life a little bit more difficult, it seems. And having a day to just celebrate and be exactly who you are and be celebrated for it is wonderful. So I try to do that every day, but I love going to New York City Pride. I've lived there for about 30 years. That was my first Pride ever. And it was just so amazing to me, being a little gay kid from Allentown, Pennsylvania, to see that much love and support. And I think what's great about Prides all over the country is that there are so many allies there. There are families, there are kids, there are parents. PFLAG is a great organization. Everybody's out kind of supporting for that day. And we try to carry that positivity and energy with us throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, you know what's so interesting to me about Pride is when I hear people talk about it, nobody needs a follow-up explanation. It's just so ingrained in the culture. Now people are like, I'm going to Pride, and they're like, oh, when are you going? It's everybody already knows what it is. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's something I think everybody looks forward to all year long.
Well, you were talking about families, and Pride is becoming more family friendly. So tell us, are there any fashion rules when it comes to dressing up for Pride?
Oh, I think the only rule is make sure all the naughty bits are covered because it could be a family parade. But it's also fun I think it's also a day where there are no rules. I think it's about being expressive and just having a great day celebrating. And whatever that means to you, expressing yourself, that's what you should be wearing that day. I think it's, you know, anything goes.
So well said. Some of my best memories in West Hollywood was at the Pride Parade, so I love it. Besides queens returning, because we're going to switch gears here for a second chance to be crowned, what makes Drag Race All-Stars a different experience for you and the viewers?
Oh, you know, I happen to love a Drag Race All-Stars because you get to see some of your favorites from prior seasons, and they've been out, you know, they become world famous. They go out and they start working, and they come back and they have the most amazing wardrobe, and they've really fine-tuned their craft. And you can see some of the queens right now from this season that's streaming now on Paramount. It's just, they evolve so much, and it's so fun to see your favorites come back and really know how to slay the game because they've been through it one time before, and now they have they're not playing anymore, as the kids like to say.
Those kids. Okay. All right. I want to ask you this. Drag has really become, as Al was saying, normalized in a way. Now it's even gone political. How has drag changed for you since you've been on the show?
I think that, you know, now the show has been on for 16 years. It's our 16th season on VH1, MTV, Viacom, Paramount Plus. And I think the beginning seasons, the early seasons, you know, it was the classic queens who had performed in clubs and had kind of gotten their training that way. And now we have contestants on the show that learned how to do drag from watching Drag Race. And I'm just like, wait a minute, how old am I? But they bring a different skill set.
Can't wait. Carson, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us. DBL Nation, start your engines and tune into season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars on Paramount Plus. Thank you again, Carson. Happy Pride.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, love.
Happy Pride.
The Caribbean is calling you. This June, we're celebrating Caribbean Heritage Month with Sandals by giving away 2 all-inclusive vacations to any Sandals resort of your choice. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblasslab.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL June 26. Make memories for a lifetime and start entering for your chance to win a trip to any Sandals resort. Today's word of the day is sand.
Welcome back. When is the last time you went to the dentist? In a recent study, more than 65% of adults ages 65 to 74 quit going to the dentist because of insurance reasons, which leads me to this question. Should dental care just be folded into our health insurance?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, people act like it's not required or mandatory. They find out so many things about your overall health in your mouth.
Yes.
So it is really a big deal to go in for your regular cleanings and stuff, but I understand that people can't afford it because they act like it's something for aliens.
Yeah, because your body should include your teeth and your eyes. That should be part of health insurance, actually. That's what it is in other places, just not in America.
All right.
Fix it.
Well, guess what? We're going to help you fix it. If you want to know if dental care is covered by Medicare, Better Benefits can help. Many Americans already on Medicare may not have a plan with all the benefits accessible to them, so reach out to a Medicare Advantage advisor today. The benefit review is free. Just call 800-293-9930.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
Crab legs, steak, maybe a little cigar,
yes,
and then a little Uno with the kids and maybe a fire pit. You know?
Nice.
Yeah, I got it lined up.
That's a perfect birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.